Hey everybody, welcome to Camping with Steve. It's been a brutal few weeks, and on the drive home now, I asked the universe, please give me a sign if things are going to get better anytime soon. Then I drove past this sign, and I think I know just what I need to do. Across the highway, there is a parking lot that allows overnight parking, so that's perfect. I'm going to drop off my bag here in the woods, so I'm not hauling it across the highway to look even more suspicious than I already am. We got just about a break in traffic here. It's as close as we're going to get because this is a main highway. So I'll just get in here a little bit and set the backpack down. It should blend in quite good. And I'm just going to be going across the road to park the car, and I'll be back in no time. Seems to be some trails here. We can do some exploring. So as you can see, I shouldn't have a problem here as long as I park out of the way, which I will. The car is safely parked for the night, and I'm headed back to the stealthy Billboard. I've got nothing with me but a camera and a GoPro. So it doesn't look like I'm camping. It just looked like some weirdo taking pictures. But time to jaywalk across a 4-lane highway. The best way to do that is fast. And here we go. Just getting out of view as quick as possible here. Oh great, that's always a good sign. The carcass here. Great. Great. So I'm on a coyote trail by the looks of things. Hopefully not a bear trail, but we'll examine for evidence here. Perfect. This is what the back of the Billboard looks like. Right on. And from under there you can see the traffic, of course, and I'm sure they can see me too. It's a shame it didn't go down as low as that one. That's okay, we got some camo netting we can string up. Not right up against it, but a little further back. That'll do just fine. Before I set up the hammock for the night, I am going to take a walk around to look for any signs of dangerous wildlife around here. My bear spray's in the car, and I'm probably going to have to go back and get it after dark. I packed in haste and didn't bring it with me. So we'll just wander these trails a bit here and see what we can see. I'm clearly not that far from civilization, but I do want to be cautious. I haven't seen any signs of anything out here other than a very well blazed network of trails. Definitely not far from civilization. What we got here looks to be a little pitch and putt golf coursey type of thing. So I will grab the bear spray later on just because, but I don't see any cause for concern right at the moment. Time to get that hammock set up. Time to see what we can see. Now from here, I have it set back quite a ways from the actual sign, so it should blend in pretty good. And I love that sign. If you lived here, you'd be home by now. I'll take that as permission. And super relaxing without the backpack on because, you know, it doesn't look like I'm up to a thing. And that looks, oh yeah, that looks incredible. There's awesome cover there. Look at that. Beautiful. I'm really praying I got enough room to set up this hammock. Otherwise, it's on the ground for me tonight. Albeit a plushy ground covered in moss, it's still not ideal. just perfect. I really can't believe that worked out as well as it did. This is a super stealthy setup. So it does look pretty good from here, but that doesn't tell the whole story. Of course, we have to check it out from the outside. I think the coast looks clear. From here, it could be fairly obvious what's going on, but from the main road out here, I'll just, yep, after this truck here, check things out, and, oh yeah, now that is awesome. I think, should be a fairly uninterrupted night. Oh, good to sit down, good to sit down. I'm putting a lot of faith in these knots because under the hammock there's a 2x4 stake in the ground, which wouldn't be pleasant. But it's time for a step 2. When I was stuck in Kamloops, a local guy there, a really good guy, Miles, came out to visit me, and actually he brought me some step 2s. This is one of them, locally brewed, Iron Road, Lincoln Pin German Pilsner. So that's just the type I like, and it's just about time for that. Step number 2. I'm gonna go pick that up. Oh yeah, that's really good. Here's the cap. We don't want to add to any more of this litter around here. I've headed up the hill here to do some cooking, because I don't want to cook right in the campsite if there could be wildlife around, and I don't want to use the flashlight where there might be people around. So this works out just fine. Really easy, basic, straightforward soup tonight. It's going to be cabbage and corned beef. There's Mr. Bill McNeil inspired me to give this recipe a try. So what I'm using, I just got this bag of coleslaw mix, and it's got carrots and stuff in there too. A couple of kinds of coleslaw. My bag was pretty full, and I have my prep stuff minimal. No giant pepper mill today. So pretty much what I'm looking at is broth, some thyme, garlic, corned beef, cabbage, and some fresh baked buns. And that should be just great. Got my toothpaste tube of garlic, not to get it confused with toothpaste because that would present an issue. One of these little butter portions. I wonder what it would be like to camp without traffic noise beside me all the time. Cabbage in there. Oh yeah. Why not? Throw in a whole chunk. Pick that out later. I'm sure I'm supposed to chop it up or something, but we work with what we've got out here. Boiled down nicely. Thank you, Mr. Tom. You've done a good job today. And I just got deli corned beef. It should do the job. It's camping, right? And, carve it up into some pieces. Yeah, that tastes all right. A lot of traffic out there still, but it is certainly time for soup. Oh, that actually smells pretty good. Let me just show what I created. You know, your cabbage and corned beef, typical thing. I don't know, should be all right. Let's see. Tangy. Not bad though. A few more spices would have helped, but got some fresh baked buns somewhere here. Right on. So, the situation with the trip to BC, a lot of people are wondering about it. And yeah, it was one of those things where nothing went right, kind of right from the beginning. And I'll give my brief version here of what's happened. But I certainly don't want to moan about the fact that I couldn't get out and film where I wanted to, because there's people actually suffering out there. It's unfortunate for me that I couldn't get what I wanted to filmed. However, I'm out here in a hammock by choice, and there's people actually in shelters right now, not by choice. But Reader's Digest version of the events. I'd planned to do a series of stealth videos on Vancouver Island, which is a stealth camper's paradise. It's warmer than here by far, and that was kind of what I was going for, because winter stealth camping is really unpleasant when you're trying to do it in a backpack. And I had a bunch of spots planned out, a bunch of really cool things that I was going to do. And I packed up and left. And I stayed the first night kind of in the first town into BC I could get to, would be Valemount. And I bunked in for the night. I slept in a bit because I had a couple of step twos to kind of celebrate being out on the road. And by the time I got in the car, the snow was flying. And what I heard from the limited radio reception was that there was an absolute disaster unfolding in the province, including the actual roads I needed to take to get there. And by the time I traveled a little further down, I'd heard the entire town of Merritt was evacuated, and they were coming to Kamloops and Kelowna and these other places for shelter. And the storm was going. I was white knuckling through snow, of course, is always what happens. But yeah, I figured I'd get to Kamloops and see what happens from there. We had no idea the extent of the tragedy that was happening. And well, that traffic is a little noisy. We had no idea when the roads might be open, when they wouldn't be open. And then over the next few days, we realized these roads might not be open for months. And I was in Kamloops, which is not my ideal city for stealth camping. I found a couple of good spots. Of course, one of them I got to, and there's syringes and naloxone kit right where I was going to camp for the night. and I found a few other potential spots. The problem I have with Kamloops, beautiful city, beautiful people, but everybody's in a real hurry, and the town is not laid out straight. Like there's roads curving all over. And when I'm looking for a spot, I try to slow down and peek around. And the people behind me, they know exactly where they're going, and they want to get there quick. So there's a little bit of road rage in this, and not just against me, but against other people. But no, it's a really good town, of course, and obviously a stressful time for a bunch of people that ended up in the town as evacuees, etc. So, with that said, I got an eye infection. It was called a sty. And it's not pink eye, because I know the jokes are going to come up about pink eye, but no. It's basically the tear pipe, the nozzle of the tear pipe gets a crumb in it or something, and it backs up. And my whole eye was like swollen shut. So, right then I'm thinking, this is definitely not meant to be. As soon as the eye heals up, I'll turn around, and I did. And I'm just on the way back home right now. I'm probably 3 hours away from home at the moment, and then I saw this awesome sign. So I had to camp behind that, obviously, and it's been overdue. I've been absolutely down in the dumps, but this is not an hour for me to complain. This is, I'm going to say, a call to arms for people. With what's happening in BC, I have to thank the beer donation people, which will play out here, probably over here. But please, I'm going to take down the beer donation link as soon as I get back to edit this video. And I encourage everybody to donate to local charities, local food banks, Red Cross, whatever the case is. This is the season coming up when people need it the most. I am eating quite fine here. It doesn't look like much, but it's all I need. I would do fine. Corned beefy. But I have donated $1,000 to the Red Cross BC flood relief, and I put a challenge out to any other YouTubers that get to go out to BC, a beautiful province. I was born there. I lived there for years. I have a lot of good friends and a lot of family there, and it breaks my heart what everybody in BC has been going through. But that's not the only tragedy in the world. Please, please defer any beer donation funds until after things get straightened out into the new year sometime, and after the holiday season is done, because there's folks that, would be lucky to be having this tangy corned beef cabbage soup here for sure. And so anybody that's actually going out enjoying BC, any tourists, please consider putting in a donation to the relief fund. And that's all I can say about that. I know it's probably a long list over there, because it's been a few weeks that I haven't done a video, but thank you all so much. But I am going to be turning off the links to the beer donation funds, and until the new year, I want to see any of those donations go towards your local food banks, Habitat for Humanity, whatever your cause is. And please give me a message through stevewallace.com or campingwithsteve.com. They're both the same site, and I'm going to get your names up for what you can do to help people that are really struggling, because my stealth camping, I love doing it. I get a thrill out of it. I used to do it not by choice. Now I do it by choice because it's fun to do and it gets me outside. A lot of people don't have that choice, though. Thank you all so much, of course, and enough of this old guy rambling on. I have no idea what I'm even going to do when I get home for another video, but I know what I'm going to do as soon as I finish eating this. I have to get the bear spray out of my car across the highway, so we're going to go for a little walk here as soon as the traffic calms down. Cheers, everybody. And feels like I'm here with friends, even though I'm just talking to the camera. But I'll see you in the comments, I'm sure. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. Actually, this works out perfect. Look at this. Oh, my foot got wet. Perfect. Perfect timing. Doesn't get better than that. Couple options here. I'll grab a big one. It's going to be around -4 Celsius tonight, so I'm sure that's not too cold. Probably, 24 Fahrenheit or something like that. 25, I don't know. But I have a sleeping bag that should be able to deal with that, and I got a liner inside of that sleeping bag too. That'll be excellent. I just gotta head back across the highway here, and we can get ready to hunker down a little bit. It's go time! Highway traffic is really calming down a lot, so I'm going to get the sleeping bag set up. I don't think I've used this one before. It's the Woods Logan -7. I've got an assortment of sleeping bags to kind of try and match the temperatures I go out on. And this one looks pretty puffy, pretty big. Oh yeah, it's a nice big sleeping bag. Of course, oh, that's a real wide, big mummy bag, which is good. I'm going to be trying out this fleece sleeping bag liner. Try coming. Just going to cover up that light here. When I look on the screen, it looks a lot brighter than it actually is in real life. But yeah, a fleece liner in here should provide the warmth I need without trying to inflate that sleeping pad. And I know there's under quilts for these too, which are super good. I will experiment with one of those under quilts here in the not too distant future, but time for this old guy to crawl in for the night. And we'll see what the morning brings. Walk around a bit. Make sure I have my bear sprayed in here with me. Good. Okay, sounds good. Crawl in here and get settled. Okay, tucked in quite nicely. The sleeping bag liner getting into the other sleeping bag was kind of like trying to put a pair of jeans on top of another pair of jeans. Didn't work too smoothly, but it worked. I got everything I need here. Up above me, of course, the bear spray, cell phone, car keys over there. And of course, our car is so unreliable, I didn't want to take it on this trip, so I rented a car. And I did not know, but if you lean on the keys wrong, the trunk pops open. And got a call from the hotel front desk, and they said, your trunk's open. So I went down to close it. If I known better, I could have just pushed the button to close the trunk, but I'm not used to these fancy things. So I've got a really nice view out here through the screen. I can see a whole bunch of stuff out there, vehicles coming. Actually, I could probably see the car in the parking lot if I didn't have this camo in the way, but it's okay. Hopefully it'll be a warm night. Thank you guys all so much for watching. If you like watching grown men sleep behind billboards, please consider subscribing, and we'll catch you guys in the morning. Cheers. Good morning. It's cold out there and I don't want to get out of bed, but I have to. Here goes nothing. Okay, the worst is over. Jacket's on. I'm gonna get packed up here. This little fleece liner I got probably saved the day. I was pretty warm, but just about on the edge of comfortable, if you know what I mean. My feet were having some issues staying warm until the sun came up and I could see the bottom of the sleeping bag where my feet were was kind of bunched over weird, and as soon as I adjusted it, feet warmed right up. It could have been a much nicer night. However, I did get some sleep, not a full 8 of course, but that's okay. It is a good thing to get any amount of sleep behind a billboard in freezing temperatures, non-stop traffic. Things could definitely be worse. Will it fit back in the bag? Ta-da! That golf course up the hill there is a lot more substantial than I thought. I looked at it on the maps, and it's a public golf course. Looks to be a full 18 holes, and I guess I technically kind of slept beside the golf course. Wow! Just love these stuff sack compression bags. Makes pack up so much easier. Just about packed up, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to leave the gear basically here, run across the road, back of the car, then casually load up. And I won't forget the keys for that thing. And excellent, excellent. I don't always mention in the videos what hammock I'm using, but it is a Hennessy asymmetrical zip model hammock. I'm using these for years with absolute great success. You sleep at an angle inside of them against the line. Ideally, that's what you do. And then you can actually lay flat instead of like curve like a banana. And I'm a side sleeper, so that works really good for me. Okay. Everything packs up nice and quickly. I got this camo netting still set up here because I'm leaving all the gear here when I run across the road. Same deal as last time, I'm just bringing the cameras because it would be absolutely unfortunate if they got stolen right when I finished filming the video. So I'm gonna wait for the break in traffic and then we're gonna run across the road. now is a good time to go. She's a frosty one. This will have to warm up. The rental company didn't include an ice scraper, and I hate using the credit cards. My hands are cold enough. I don't want to freeze myself any more than I am. Tripod, and we're out of here. Another successful stealth. Somewhere I probably shouldn't have been. Thanks for watching, everybody, and stay tuned. Oh, yeah, this backpack is really not that comfortable. Stay tuned for more adventures. There's bound to be more. I'm not giving up anytime soon. And we'll see how things go with the weather. It's going to be really crummy, so next week, whatever I do is going to be cold. I can guarantee you that. So cheers, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for your patience, and thanks for following along. Bye, everybody.